All right, thanks for tuning in to another chemistry lesson with Mr. M. In this video, I'm going to cover how to write and name ionic compounds. All right, so first we need to define what is an ionic compound. Ionic compounds consist of one metal bonded to a nonmetal. All right, so that's the definition. We're going to have one metal bonded to a nonmetal. When it comes to naming this compound, we are not going to make any changes to the name of the metal, but we are going to add "ide" to the nonmetal. In writing these ionic compounds, we need to look at the periodic table for the charge, and then once we have both charges, we're going to cross the charges and simplify to get the correct chemical formula. All right, so let's take a look at two examples here. All right, we have calcium chloride. The fact that we have "ide" at the end here tells us that this is an ionic compound. We know we're dealing with calcium and chlorine. So off to the side, I'm going to write calcium, which is Ca, and chlorine, which is Cl. Now, I need to go to my periodic table to see what the charges are for calcium and chlorine. All right, I'm going to look at calcium. Here's calcium. We should know at the top, this should be written in your periodic table. Calcium is in group 2A. It's going to have a +2 charge. Chlorine is on the right-hand side. It's in group 7A. It's going to have a -1 charge. So we're going to go back. We know that calcium has a +2 charge. Chlorine has a -1 charge. And then we are going to cross the charges. So the correct formula for calcium chloride is CaCl2. In this case, we don't have to simplify. It is already in simplest terms. So that's how we write them. Now, what if we had to name it? What if this was the compound that you were given, Al2O3? How would we name this? Well, we would be able to recognize that aluminum is a metal, oxygen is a nonmetal. We have an ionic compound here. So we are not going to change the first name. We're going to call this aluminum. And we're going to add IDE to the nonmetal. So in this case, this is going to be called aluminum oxide. All right? I hope this has helped you in solving your own ionic compound writing and naming. Thanks for tuning in.